course, this is an ASMR video, so sit back and relax and just enjoy the video. Okay? Alright, let's get started. Disclaimer, I am, of course, and obviously, gonna butcher a lot of these names. I'm gonna say them wrong. Feel free to bully me in the comments. It's fine, I can handle it. Alright, let's get started. Question number 1. Which teams played in the 2025 UEFA Champions League final and what was the score? This is 2025, guys. Come on, this was recent, come on. The answer is Paris Saint-Germain versus Inter Milan, with PSG winning 5-0. Who was named man of the match in the 2025 final? Who was named man of the match? Desiree Doué. I don't know. I don't know how to say the last name, okay? Desiree. Which referee officiated I say that wrong? Did I say it? Yeah, I didn't say that correctly, huh? All of European Cup Champions League finals held in Munich. No, wait, hold on. Let me start again. Of all European Cup Champions League finals held in Munich, how many crowned a first-time winner before 2025? Four finals before 2025 in Munich produced first-time winners. 2025 continued that pattern. Which club won the European Cup Champions League with the biggest victory in a final before 2025, and how many goals was that margin? Come on, come on, come on. I'll repeat it again. Which club won the European Cup Champions League with the biggest victory in a final before 2025, and how many goals was that margin? Prior to 2025, 4-goal margins. Milan's 4-0 wins were among the largest in finals. Who scored the very first goal of the new Champions League phase format in 2024-25? And the answer is Lucas Ocampos for Sevilla versus Lens. PSG's 2025 final win was historic, clearly, obviously, by winning 5-0. Which specific record did they break? And the answer is, it was the largest margin of victory in a European Cup Champions League final, and PSG became the 24th club to win the trophy. Love it, love it, love it. Which player became the youngest to appear in a Champions League final in 2025? Being 19 years old. Warren Zaire-Emery for PSG, of course. And, of course, I said his last name wrong. Of course. Obviously. Bayern's Manuel Neuer reached 100 Champions League wins in 2025. Which 3 players achieved this milestone before him? 3 players, come on. Cristiano Ronaldo, Iker Casillas, and Lionel Messi. Of course. No surprise at all. No surprise at all. Moving on. In the 2024-25 Champions League, how many teams from the same country reached the round of 16 under the new format? Whoa, let me say that again. In the 24-25 Champions League, how many teams from the same country reached the round of 16 under the new format? The answer is 5 Premier Leagues club: Arsenal, Manchester City, Manchester United, Newcastle, and Chelsea. Moving League. In the Champions League's history, how many finals have ended with no goals after 120 minutes and gone straight to penalties? I know penalties are like a knife to the heart. I know everyone hates them, but I personally loved watching them. I think they're so entertaining. When the game goes to penalties, I'm just like, yeah. It's just like this arousal of like anticipation and like nerves, and everyone's like screaming and the passion. Oh my god, it is to die for. I know you hate them, but I love watching them. Okay. Let's agree to disagree. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, let me repeat the question because I got a little carried away. In the Champions League history, how many finals have ended with no goals after 120 minutes and gone straight to penalties? Only two. AC Milan versus Juventus, 2003, and Bayern versus Chelsea, 2012. Okay, you guys. Now, time for some fun facts. Some fun facts. So, a very basic general fun fact. So, teams qualify for the Champions League based on their performance in their respective National League championships. The number of spots available to each country depends on their league's strength. And what's at stake? Winning the Champions League grants bragging rights and the distinction of being the best club in the entire European football system. So it's a pretty big deal. It is. People want the title. Fact number 2. Real Madrid has won the tournament 13 times, and only 22 clubs have won the tournament since it began in 1955. Crazy. That's a lot. Real Madrid does not play games. Are you a Real Madrid fan? I like Real Madrid, I have to admit. I'm not gonna say who my team is. Well, I don't really have like, one specific team I support. I support all the teams. I love them all. But I have a special preference for Real Madrid, I have to admit. I think I've said it in my previous videos, especially the Cristiano Ronaldo era when he played for them. It was fantastic. But 13 times, that's a pretty friggin' big deal. Anyway, the iconic Champions League anthem was composed by Tony Britton in 1992. It's actually adapted from Handel's Zadok the Priest and is sung in English, German, and French, the 3 official UEFA languages. Players often say hearing the anthem gives them goosebumps before kickoff. Real Madrid dominates the competition with a record of 15 titles, including 5 consecutive wins between 1956, 1960, and another 3 from 2016 to 2018. Their success has made them synonymous with the tournament. So do you hate them or do you love them? Do you hate Real Madrid or do you love Real Madrid? 17 goals in 2013, 2014. I mean, it's Cristiano Ronaldo, guys. Come on, come on. Don't hate, don't hate. Don't hate the facts. Okay. The fastest goal in UCL history was scored by Roy McKay. I don't know if that's how you say it, but anyway, by Roy McKay. After just 10.12 seconds against Real Madrid in 2007. Crazy. Fastest goal in UCL history. Roy McKay, Bayern Munich. The biggest win in the tournament was 8-0, achieved by Liverpool, Real Madrid, and several others in different matches. Some unique winners. Fun facts. A total of 23 different clubs have won the European Cup Champions League. I already mentioned that earlier in the video. The last first-time winner was Chelsea in 2012, and more recently Manchester City won their first ever title in 2023. Youssoufa Moukoko. Youssoufa Moukoko became the youngest player to appear in a UCL match at 16 years old and 18 days. Crazy. 16. Marco Balota, a goalkeeper for Lazio, is the oldest, playing at 43 years old in 2007. Clubs can earn over 80 to 100 million euros in prize money if they win the tournament, not including broadcasting and sponsorship deals. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That's why even reaching the group stage is a huge financial boost for smaller clubs. Manchester United in 2007-2008 went unbeaten the entire campaign and won the final on penalties against Chelsea. That's cool. That's cool. Manchester United. That's effing cool. Ajax 1994 to 95. Ajax did it too. They won the trophy without losing a single match all season. That's badass. The coldest UCL match on record was played at negative 15 Celsius, 5 degrees Fahrenheit, in Moscow between CSKA Moscow and Inter Milan in 2010. Players had to wear gloves, thermal undershirts, and still froze. What the? Okay, you see, like, that's wild to me. I admire soccer players so much, seriously, like playing under all that pressure, having millions of people watching them on the stadium, outside, on TV screens, the whole world watching them. It's crazy. It's a lot of pressure. On top of that, they gotta play under these weather circumstances. I hate the cold. I cannot. That's a very cold, very, very cold. In 2020, due to the pandemic, Lisbon hosted both the semi-finals and the final in a special Final 8 tournament format. All matches were played behind closed doors, and Bayern Munich won against the PSG. That's cool. FC Sheriff Tiraspol from Moldova became the ultimate underdogs in 2021 when they made the group stage and beat Real Madrid 2-1 at the Bernabeu. It was one of the biggest upsets in UCL history. isn't just a goal machine, he also tops the assist chart with over 40 assists, showing his all-around influence on the game. Until 2009, all finals were held midweek, Wednesdays. UEFA moved it to Saturday starting in 2010 to boost global viewership, making it more of a Champions League weekend spectacle. I'm reading here what I wrote down. What is this? Oh, so this is about the Liverpool versus AC Milan, the 2005 final, the miracle of Istanbul. Milan were 3-0 up at halftime with goals from Maldini and 2 from Crespo. Liverpool stunned the world by scoring 3 goals in 6 minutes in the second half. Gerrard, Smisser, and Alonso. Smisser. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know. Please forgive me. After extra time, they won on penalties 3-2. One of football's greatest comebacks ever. Barcelona versus... Okay, so this what I'm mentioning now is like wildest comebacks and shocking upsets in the game. Barcelona versus Paris Saint-Germain in 2017. The 6-1 remontada. First leg, PSG 4-0 Barcelona. Second leg at Camp Nou, Barcelona needed a miracle and it delivered. Goals from Suarez, Kurzawa, Messi, Neymar twice, and Sergi Roberto in the 95th minute made it 6-1, overturning the tie 6-5 on aggregate. Crazy. The stadium literally shook. Still one of the most dramatic nights in UCL history. Deportivo La Coruña versus AC Milan in 2004. First leg, Milan 4-1 Deportivo. Second leg, Deportivo won 4-0 at home to eliminate the defending champions. 5-4 on aggregate. They played with unbelievable intensity. Milan never saw it coming. Oh, this one. In 2022, Real Madrid versus Manchester City. Last minute madness. Semi-final, second leg, City led 5-3 on aggregate going into the 90th minute. Then Rodrigo scored twice in stoppage time, forcing extra time. Benzema then scored a penalty to make it 3-1 and send Real to the final. Peak Madrid UCL magic. They did this repeatedly that season. Guys, I've been talking a lot. We're up at 30 minutes. Wow. What others see? Let me see. What other can I say over here? Okay, last one. Chelsea versus Napoli in 2012. The turning point. First leg, Napoli 3-1 Chelsea. Second leg, Chelsea turned it around 4-1 in extra time. Even my light turned off. Second leg, Chelsea turned it around 4-1 in extra time, led by Drogba, Terry, Lampard, and Ivanovic. This comeback sparked their legendary